Okay, I'll admit fried foot crawler stew was not the best choice for breakfast.
The indigestion and acid reflux may not have been worth saving our rations, I'll admit.
We should, yeah. I can almost make out the walls of Camp Venture. If I recall last time I was here, there were bottles and scorch.
It's probably best we clear the entire camp, starting down below and moving into the sanctum and finally up to the landing pad. One down. Plenty more to go. Let's take it slow and careful. I'm more concerned about alerting the Scorch than an errant goal or two. Alright, I think everything is clear now. Yes. I don't see any activity down below. Now, I need to get this terminal working again to summon a cargo bot.
Says you, that was a bit of workout. Went through 40 rounds at least. Pretty sure the Mars kept loading my guns anyway.
Alright, the system appears to be offline. While it has seen better days, it was functional far more recently and was regularly maintained by the Free States and the Brotherhood.
How does it look in there?
The console's case has surprisingly protected it rather well. The Brotherhood of Steel occupied this location for about 18 years, so we're not only dealing with pro-war technology, but post-war maintenance. The system is offline, but I'm just going to check the circuit boards before I reactivate. Don't need it to immediately short on us.
It feels like a lifetime ago since I camped out right over there. 2, maybe 3 days. The camp looked like a fairly secure place to take a break.
That started.
Maxwell, are you okay?
My ego is a bit charred, but I'm otherwise okay. That's one dead linkage. Luckily, I think I have a spare in my pack. I'm surprised it had lasted this long. Okay, I do have the exact linkage we need. Now just to install it. And in response to what you said, now that I'm not preoccupied with potentially burning my third most useful appendage, this is a very defensible location. I actually found a nearby tree fort, probably constructed by those absurd yet knowledgeable rednecks. Spend a night there and see.
You know, I don't think I've ever asked you, but did you ever go camping? I mean, as a child, before all of this.
Okay, the linkage should be secure. Now just to get to double check the rest, and an answer to that. Twice when I was 8 and again for my 9th birthday. And since I doubt that's all the information you want, my parents and I went camping in Maine when I was 8. 3 weeks as part of a family outing on botany and biology.
We made camping a regular thing since I was about 5 years old. I was so fascinated with nature that when I got stung by bitten by mosquitoes or that unfortunate incident with the squirrel. Thankfully, it wasn't rabid.
As I recall you telling me when you first acted as one of my less capable lab assistants. I wouldn't call my experience a failure. It did have merits for practical experience, but I felt we three were incredibly bored.
Sometimes it's not the knowledge again, but the experience of the situation, a reminder of where we came from.
And where we were returning to. I remember your attempts at philosophy during survival classes. Alright, the system is ready to be fully powered on. Stand back just in case your distractions introduced some kind of error. Good news. System is now online. I'll start inputting signals to the cargo bot network. Hopefully, it won't be much of a wait. And speaking of, we already have a taker. Let's hope its flight systems can get it to touchdown on the pad.
Can you override it remotely if you had to?
Possibly, but not with this equipment. If the Free States or Brotherhood had that capability, they took it with them. It's getting closer. As long as it doesn't crash into a tree.
It's on a high approach, I think. Not exactly an expert. If Wembley were here, he'd be taking odds.
It'll make it, assuming there's no malfunction in its landing program. I doubt. I could fix a downed vertibot with the tools I have on hand.
I'm surprised you haven't tried to sluice it down.
I suppose anything is worth a try.
I was just kidding. That wasn't exactly a soft landing, but it looks like it's still fine. Do you concur, Dr. Marconi?
This one was apparently already in the area. Another vertibot might take an hour or more. We'll have to make do with what we have.
I can see that small control panel on the side. Is it safe to assume the same connections?
Wiring up the signal booster should be easy. I will monitor it from under there. The control panel should indicate when our dog has his scent. We're almost there. Slow down to crawl.
Oh good, and I thought in class was bad enough.
Okay, this is as close as it's gonna get us. It's just hovering now right up there. That signal source should be somewhere around here. Where are we anyway?
The great Dr. Marconi is lost now, so what one of your degrees wasn't in geography?
Given your current state of irritation, I think it might be prudent to take 5 minutes. Take a seat down on that re-stump, have a drink. A waiter I shouldn't have to remind you. On second thought, you're not looking so hot. It might have been a mistake to run after that bot, after all.
I might not be a doctor, but I could have told you this morning after breakfast came up. Twist.
It's starting to get late, so after we find this signal source, we'll make camp. But we're around here.
If that dim light near the bridge we passed is any indication of our position, that should be Southern Belt Motel over there.
Ah yes, where I'm at that bomb disposal robot. Think it'd be enough shelter for 2 for tonight.
Our robotic friends, random bips and blurps keep away a lot of things. I hollowed out a space there when I was down here west, assuming nothing has made a nest in the meantime.
Alright, I don't normally say this, but just rest here. Our prize should be within 100 yards or so. Close enough to hear your screams.
Oh, don't worry, my last act will be to itch a message that tells people in 100 years that Dr. Maxwell Marconi is a red fink. It's starting to get dark. Did you find anything?
I did indeed find several heavily decomposed corpses, a bit of gear, and a backpack. I think we should find shelter before we unravel this mystery any further.
While the mare has its dangers, it's amazingly beautiful, almost serene, when reclaimed its bounty, Sebastian or Edgar would say.
It would provide a lifetime of data for a mere biologist or botanist, and I hope to have the time one day to do a proper study. So many theories, so many unknowns. In the spirit of being truthful, I did find and stow away a hazmat suit I found, different from most of the others we've seen.
Different as in fully functional, or different as it has strategic claps?
Hardware malfunction.
Nothing of the sort. I'm not even sure its durability. It may be the only one of its kind. It needs steady, but it wasn't factory produced, I can be sure.
Good evening, Boomer. Any chance somebody or something is occupying my room tonight?
Running diagnostics. Malfunction reconfirmed. BDS unit Boomer. Still immobile.
One of these days, we should probably tend to him, but for now, which one did you say it was?
What I believe was the manager's room. Some of the others were in a worse state, but I put a few things around the board to keep it somewhat closed. Smooth, Eric. Smooth. Well, at least it's open.
It looks intact. No red roaches. No nesting yet. Why? Should keep the rain off us tonight. I'll start unpacking, and we have enough ventilation for a small campfire. Just the right amount of holes in the roof.
We should have enough debris to keep a small one going for at least a few hours. So let's dig into what we found. I need a nap, but my curiosity has gotten the better of me.
Well, on closer inspection, the suit needs some new filters, but otherwise seems to have the better insulation. might have been a prototype made by some of the Free State survivors. I figure when the filters are replaced, it'll provide at least slightly better radiation protection. I found a holotape on one corpse, some gentleman by the name of Randy Calloway, and stood on a one-night resale market.
Hey, Ella. It's Randy here. I'm pretty sure I'm done for on account of my leg being blown off.
Ella, I wonder if he means Ella Ames. His clothing suggested he might have been a Free State survivor. Let's keep playing it.
I wanted you to know. You were right. We tracked them ghouls to Haven, and Christ almighty, they were talking and hollering sure as you and me.
Did I hear that correctly? Did he say ghouls talking and behaving like real people?
I heard a tube that confirms one of my theories. We've already seen an example of a super mutant and a mold miner, both seemingly friendly. The opposite of everything else. There are no unequal cases. We've obviously stumbled upon an even greater mystery. The ramifications of this. Let's listen to the rest.